Okay, ma'am.
So first, I introduce myself first. Okay. So my name is Sandhya Tiwari, and I am connecting to you from Bombay, Maharashtra. And earlier I was a teacher. Now I am completely homemaker. And these days my favorite hobby is learning this language. I have two sons. Both are grown up now. That's why I got that golden opportunity to continue my journey of English speaking. And as you are talking about hobby, so my hobby is learning new things always. It is my favorite hobby. And I have developed my many hobbies like that since my childhood. I'm very fond of learning new things always. Yes.
Thank you,
So,
ma'am, for
but all of this is my hobby, favorite hobby is learning this language. So whatever I'm doing these days, I'm doing related to English content. Yeah, that's all about it.
uh, yeah, it's a very good and very nice introduction I have heard, and you have said with. So, ma'am, thank you so much for your introduction, and I'm feeling blessed to be introduced myself. My name is Joseph Murmu. I'm connecting with you from Jharkhand, and in my family, as I said that we are four members: my mother, my brother, and my sister. But sister got married, so now we are three members at my family. In my family, we are three members right now. I'm a student. I'm doing my graduation right now, and apart from the study, my hobby is like I like to play football. I used to learn English, and as you said that your hobby is like learning English and everything, learning new. Quite we are same. We are having the same hobbies actually. I'm also very
Yes.
interested in learning something new always, and actually I used to learn English from a couple of years back. I also am trying to learn English, so still I find myself that I'm not good enough in speaking English. So I thought that I have to improve myself in speaking English. So that is why right now we are connecting to each other, and this is literally a good platform. We are in front of each other, eye to eye. We can talk to each other. So, ma'am, this is my quite short introduction. So, since
So what? Mhm.
yes,
Why did you lift your practice? As you have mentioned for 3 years that you have been learning this language.
uh, from my school days onward, I study in a Hindi medium school. So from my 10th standard, I started learning English. So I come from Hindi medium school, but I've been learning from YouTube only. From the you from the
Okay.
help of YouTube, I have learned till now. So I have come across still here that only the help of YouTube. So
Okay, you
this is
didn't have environment that time. Then you have started your journey in sales. So didn't have any environment to talk to someone.
no, ma'am. I have nobody to talk with. Actually, in my village, I am the only person speaking English. So I don't have any. I don't have much friends, and I don't have any friends to talk with talk in English to practice with someone. I don't have anyone. But I used to just read books, listen some English songs, and I used to write in my diary like daily routine. I used to write something. At the end of the bed, I used to go the night time. So I used to always write something the whole day I have done, and I used to go for sleep. So this is my
Ah,
routine actually. So that is why
that's
I think
great.
that I think this is the routine I have been following since my journey. So I think I have been improving day by day. I think, but I don't know. Am
You
I?
you are you are on the right path. You know, uh, this journey, if you have continued for 2 years, 3 years, it is maybe you must be improve yourself, and that is the right age. You are not too late. You are started your journey very early, I can say.
Yes, ma'am.
Around
Thanks for the compliment. And yeah, I find myself that because in my family, we are actually we are from family. Our occupation is just a farmer. We used to farm and we used to cultivate all. That is our occupation. We don't have any other government job or we don't have any job. But this is our occupation that we used to farm, and from that, what are the outcomes we got? From that only, uh, we used to uh, uh, we used to take care of ourselves through that only. So
but you have great passion and great enthusiasm. It doesn't matter whether you are a farmer and you are a white collar person. Matter is the enthusiasm. You have hunger of learning this language, so nobody can stop you, and you are on the right platform because here you not need to pay anything. Usually you get a co-learner, so you must be take benefits of that platform. No. So
yes,
why,
ma'am, absolutely.
how long have you been following this routine, writing routine? You are you have already told that you write every day your daily routine.
Yes, ma'am.
So how long have you been following
I
this
think
routine?
I have been following since my a couple of years, 2 years. I can say that writing routine I started couple of years ago. Before that, I was not good at writing also. But since I have been practicing this writing routine, no man, I have been improving more. So that is why I think that writing is especially very good for learning any languages, not only in English. Because what we think, we have to just write it down. We have to just note it down. And apart of that, what comes in our mind, that only we can put in our diary. Because we don't have anyone to talk with, to share with. So I used to write in the diary.
And if you try to write anything, your mind is working, started thinking in English that time. And try to make the sentences, try to think how to implement my thoughts and grammar rules. Because uh, most of the time people are struggling with grammar, basic grammar. And if once you know basic grammar, after that gracefully you talk to someone, you can express your ideas, and gradually you learn stepwise. Yes, so
Yeah,
in forever writing, reading, writing and listening, all those activities are very important. But in initial days, writing is, I think, very effective for learning. Reading everything, reading, writing. Once, if you have time, you complete your core activity, continue with the core activity. But if you don't have time, then only you follow one and two routine, right? Like as you mentioned, uh, writing and speaking with someone. But if you want to learn spoken part, anyhow, we have to open our mouth and connect with someone for speaking. Apart from that, quietly you read sometimes writing, whatever activity you want to follow. You find those activities is effective for you, you should follow that. But for speaking every day, you interact with someone. That is important.
yes, ma'am. Exactly, that is very important, ma'am. And in my opinion, as my journey, I want to share with you that I was also a student. Like I was not knowing so much. I was not knowing even a very good. I was not having that much knowledge when I was in a middle school. But when I come to my board exam, when I come to my 10th exam, when I come across till my matric exam, so that time onwards, I started my tuition and I used to go for coaching, and I because I find myself that I'm a very weak student in every subject. So I study hard that time. I used to do my routine. I used to follow my timetable, and I focus more on the study that time because I have anyhow I have to pass the exam because
How, sorry for interrupting. How do you define yourself you are not good student? How do you know that
ma'am,
you are
I
not
am
good?
unable. Yes, once more,
How,
ma'am.
how do you know you are not a good student?
Because ma'am, uh, I the classmate I was the classmate who was with me those days, they were more advanced and more confident in the class. So I think myself that I am very weak student because I compared myself to others. They were very confident enough. They can speak English. They can do their homework on time. They used to do. So that's why I consider myself that I'm a very weak student. So this is the
So, there is any differences of teaching methods? He also just follow school rule and regulation, and he study himself at home also.
please
That
ma'am
that
again.
your classmate, the boy who studied with you in 10th class, that boy also like you same, and he practice himself at home. That's why he is better than you.
Yes ma'am. I think ma'am, actually, I'm struggling, ma'am, to hear your sound, ma'am.
Mm.
So I think I'm unable to get your point.
Yes, that's why you are not answering me properly. Yes.
I don't know. Today only it is happening with me, ma'am. Otherwise, every time I used to talk with someone, it's very audible. It's very good when we connect. But this time, I don't know what happened. So that is why I'm struggling to answer your question.
I am asking you,
Hmm?
your classmate, he he uh, he practiced a lot at home maybe. That's
Oh,
why
yeah,
he
yeah.
is better than you. He is better than you.
Exactly, they do practice more than me, and part of the practicing, ma'am, they belong from good family. They belong for a good family, so they also go to tuition. Their parents they allow them to go for tuition. But when I talk about myself, ma'am, that time I was not having even a single rupee to pay charges of that tuition. So I think that I have to overall I have to do myself only.
That is the difference with what I exactly wanted to say you. You are
Uh,
not a weak student. Actually, what happens, that one, that your classmate is working hard and he can afford uh, tuition, and he study in the school as well. So that's why he become wiser than you, smart than you. But
yes,
you only follow the rule and regulation of the school, whatever your teachers suggested you, and you don't have any tuition. No, if
exactly.
you get equally opportunity like that child, so you are also there with him.
Yes,
So you
exactly.
don't say that you are not
Uh,
good student enough. Yes, you are also a good student, but our situation and our effort is between those effort and situation. That is the gap.
yes,
That's
yes,
what.
yes,
Yes.
yes, ma'am.
But
Exactly. I understand.
now you understood his new power of study, and now he has matured enough to take benefit of this platform. So you should improve yourself. You know, so
Yes,
you
yes.
must practice a lot and continue. You can continue your journey.
Yes, ma'am, exactly.
So,
And
in which standard are you doing graduation?
now I'm in my part one, BA part one, conduct right now.
Part one. So, do you work in field also with your
Yeah,
parents?
I work recently. I have joined one organization I'm working in. It's an NGO, private. That's a private sector I'm working in. So I I used to send my parents some money through this working only. I used to get some amount of money. So for living, I used to do myself. I'm studying myself and I'm doing everything myself only. I don't get any help
Very,
from
very
anyone.
great. Very great because in every state, if you try to become responsible, that is very true and that is very good for your future also. Because
Yes,
you are only son for your parents. So you have one sister. She got married now.
yes, ma'am.
She got married. Okay. You are younger one.
Uh, are you asking me that married or unmarried?
No, no, you have one sister. She got married.
Yeah, yes, we got
Only
married.
you are there with your parents this day. So you are the
Uh,
younger one.
I'm
Younger
the
one. Yeah.
youngest one. I'm the youngest.
So, but yeah, that this time you are very responsible and you are thinking about your condition and try to manage those conditions, how to survive in this condition, how to come overcome of that.
Yeah,
So
exactly,
that's
ma'am.
a good time. Yes.
Yeah, sure, ma'am.
I'm very happy to see listen you because in your age many children they don't understand that thing.
Exactly.
They have their own way that they earn money and they involve somewhere else for enjoyment and for their fun. They are not serious about their career. You know,
Exactly, ma'am.
and they think that is my parents' responsibility, it's only my parents' responsibility to teach me and to
Yes,
provide every luxurious and everything, whatever they need. But you are a very good person, very kind-hearted person because you are a very responsible and you try to balance both sides. Your
yes,
study
ma'am.
too, and you know, uh, a person who just become careless in this age, they will struggle in future. And if you become responsible in this age, you always take that benefit in the future. You get that benefit in the future. You are not going to struggle in your
Yes.
future.
So, ma'am, I
So
have
your
a.
parents are very fortunate because you get that a son like you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for that very good compliment. Ma'am, I'm literally very happy to talk with you. So, ma'am, I have one small question I am having. Since we are talking, I was trying to ask you, but I didn't get chance. So now I have the chance to ask you.
Yes, yes.
Ma'am, how long have you been learning this English language? Could you please tell
Very good
me?
question. Yes. I have been learning this language for a long time, but I have been practicing for spoken part for 9 months.
Uh,
Then I have created my channel, uh, just enhance my communication skills. And since that day, I have been practicing for spoken part.
uh,
And you deserve that compliment. You know, you deserve whatever compliment I have given you. You
yes.
deserve that.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I I will take it a positive way, and really, I am so blessed to be talking with you. So, ma'am, consider me as your son, ma'am, because I am also like your son, and
Yes, yes, of course, of course.
so that we
That's
can
why
help
I'm
each
very
other.
happy.
Yeah, ma'am. exactly. So that we could have we can help each other in learning this language because we are in same platform. We are learning English, so
Yes,
that
of
we can
course.
help each other. So, ma'am, do you have any YouTube channel or something?
Yes. But
So
we
make
cannot.
sure. Yeah, ma'am. I also have a channel, but I have not yet uploaded any single video. But I'm planning to upload this video. Will be the first video in my channel. I think.
You can. There is no issue.
Uh, so, ma'am, what language do you speak in your home?
Actually, I always use my mother tongue at home, and for other people, I use Hindi also.
Hindi.
Yes.
You don't.
Sometimes it's English, then sometimes English. I know Marathi, but here almost people converse in Hindi. When they meet their community people, then they use their mother tongue or Hindi. Outsiders always use Hindi almost.
Hindi.
Yes. Hindi and Marathi both because that's a Maharashtrian state. So that way people whoever here for a long time, that person knows how to speak. I know little bit, not more, much more, but I understand.
Uh,
Anybody can talk, I can understand, but I can't catch their accent little bit. So that's why I answered in Hindi, but I listen there. If anybody don't know Hindi, then
yes.
I listen their whatever they say, and I answer in Hindi, and sometimes I try to answer them in Marathi too. If they are not able to understand Hindi. Yes.
Uh, so, ma'am, one question I have. Uh, what motivates you to learn English? So, could you please tell me?
Actually, this language is very, this is global language first.
Exactly.
But when I was started my journey to learn this language, when my children was started studying, that time I was struggling to converse with the communicate with the teacher in the school. And since that day, I have decided to learn this language and I started my practice. But earlier I was thinking that I read, write, and translate something that way is good for me for speaking. But I was wrong. It took a lot of time. It has took a lot of time, but there is no any improvement in my speaking. 20-25% I was able to speak, but when I started talking to others, it
Oh,
gets me a lot.
thank you, ma'am. It was very nice. It was great.
Same here.
Okay,
Thank you.
ma'am.
Have a nice day.
Okay.